Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name's Claire and today I am doing a bit of a wellness nighttime routine video. So I'm starting my evening with having a bubble bath. This is just a candlelit bubble bath. I have the lights out and everything. And then the next thing I'm doing is really just cleaning the kitchen. So I'm going to go through and I'll do super speed. I'm making a cup of tea, which this is a Fireside Vanilla Spice. Really nice tea. And then what I'm doing is just giving the kitchen a good clean just before I go to bed. Nothing crazy in terms of like a super intense, like mega clean, but just making sure that everything's going to be nice when I wake up in the morning. So I'm done cleaning and I'm just having a milky cup of tea and I'm going to do a bit of journaling and reflecting on my day. I've had just a lot on my mind lately, so I'm just trying to take some time in the evenings to actually reflect on what I did in the day, how I'm feeling, touching base with myself. And so really just taking a moment to myself here. And my pen died there, so I just swapped it out. And then after I'm done my journaling here, I didn't film all of it just because I didn't think you would need to sit and watch me the whole time I'm journaling. But after my journaling, I'm going to move on to pulling some tarot cards. This is something that I always mean to integrate into my routine more than I do, just in terms of frequency and actually having a habit of doing tarot cards, and also just a evening routine in general. But this is the first time that I've done it in a long time. So I have the Muse Tarot deck here and just showing you what it looks like. I really love the style of this deck and I really love the artwork as well. So just kind of showing you what a few of the cards look like. And so my question that I'm keeping in mind while I'm shuffling is just what do I need to know right now? And the spread that I'm doing is the past, present, future. And so the cards that I pulled were 3 of materials, 5 of emotions, and then death. And that again is past, present, future, and that's the order. So I'm just going to read these. So the first card I got, so the way I did my spread was past, present, future, and I just asked what do I need to know right now. So for past, I got 3 of materials, keywords, the magic of collaboration, siblinghood, teamwork, group dynamics, relationships and responsibilities, mentors and students, getting along, helping one another, coming together for a common goal, cooperation, and fusing energies. Prompt is collaboration of souls. And I don't think these have a reverse meaning. No, they don't. So these just have one meaning, kind of regardless of if you do a reverse pull or not, which is when you pull upside down. So they weave, play, create, and spin their world to life. These muses of collaboration and creation are able to spin brand new mixtures and to form new life out of seemingly nothing by adding their intention, energy, love, and ideas. Oh, and their work and their expertise. While one is leading, the others learn from her and they sway and they twist and they flow from mentor to apprentice, teaching and absorbing. In their sacred flow, they draw in all the materials needed to create their spire of creation, their beautiful pattern of life. You too can work in unison with those around you, picking up leftover strings and filling in the gaps. The secret to this harmony is the pull-push of egos dropped and the respectful sway of mutually beneficial awe from one another's talents. Show up in essence and create a loom of magnificence with those around you. And then there's like a little poem at the end of each one. So this one says, in this sacred entangle, we create, form, and make energetic communion of breathed give and take. So that's a nice little message. I think that one definitely applies to a lot of things falling away in my life fairly recently, and just kind of using those materials to create something new. So that's kind of what I'm taking. So that's kind of what I'm taking with that one. For present, in terms of what I need to know, is 5 of emotions. So that's a really beautiful card as well. And this deck, and the back of the deck box actually kind of tells you what the suits are. So they are renamed, but they're recast as emotions, which is usually cups, inspiration, which is usually wands, voices, swords, and materials, pentacles. So the ones we just had was like similar to a 3 of pentacles kind of card. So 5 of emotions, which when we just saw this, emotions is cups. So keywords: processing sadness or grief, loss, getting stuck in negative patterns of emotion, not seeing the way out, crying over spilled milk, learned helplessness, becoming enamored of the shadow, a time to find new hope, stolen life force. So definitely resonating with this one right now. And then just in terms of the kind of description, so when all the world feels like ice, the 5 of emotion knows that we have drifted away from our emotions once more. We grow cold, hard, distant, and she knows that there is work to be done in order for us to find our hearts again. It is just so easy to feel numb and sterile. She knows that underneath it all, we miss the tender aching for joy of our own hearts. She feels it all for us, all this hurt, all the sadness, all the grief, and all the love, laughter, and hopefulness. So she holds on to the ice for us, warming it with her empathy of sunshine, and she melts it into drops of tears. She asks you to open your heart, as its vast ocean will overflow with all of the things you need to feel so that you can smile brightly once more. Processing is a process. Feel into the feeling so that you can heal. I fear so much the love I feel. I feel so much it blocks, for sadness, joy, and love too real are locked inside a box. So definitely resonating with that one right now. A lot of processing happening right now. And then in terms of future death, which it's going to be similar to your standard tarot deck, and death usually represents change. So you've got the moth over the mouth. You've got the 2 women. It's like a spider web. And then the woman at the bottom as well. And so this will be at the front in the major arcana section. And it's number 13. I'm sorry if I'm shaky. My dog's behind me and she keeps moving and readjusting. So keywords: rebirth, regeneration, a metamorphosis, the death of a relationship or idea, endings, letting go, things that are no longer needed, making sure you are not holding on to outgrown dreams and old wishes, new opportunities. And the prompt is rites of passage. This ancient dust, her lungs reek of it, this stuckness, and her fragmented selves want to fight their way beyond the self-made tethers. She could open her heart to clearly see the rebirth that is being offered, but sometimes it's just so hard to see. The muse smiles down to remind us to just let go and to allow the old to decay in order to create the nutrients for the new. Fill your lungs with this crisp air of something unexperienced. And know that these beautiful, fertile grounds will be the brewing pot for things you have dreamed of but not yet found. Let go of the things that have kept your land sterile and rise in your rebirth. Awaken to the truth that everything you need is inside of you. And from this perspective of seeing new growth, may you notice that from a distance, a burial and a planting look a whole lot alike. Aging the sage and saging the ageless, transcendence, ascendance, let's rise from our cages. Decaying the frayed and changing formations, rebirth and renewal, forcing forth new creations. So I think these cards are all beautiful cards and definitely align 100% with where I am in my life, past, present, future. I really love this deck just because it's a little bit kind of more creative than your standard tarot deck. You know, you've got your little poems in it. It's just a little bit of a twist on how those, you know, how a lot of the tarot decks are. And I just think the artwork's beautiful as well. If you're wondering where this is from, this specifically the cloth, it's from a company called Ritual, like WRITUAL. And I think there's a second word in the name as well, but they do tarot journals, which I do have one of. It's buried somewhere in all of my other journals. But they do beautiful tarot journals and a lot of stuff like that. But it's really nice for when you're pulling cards to be able to have. So again, that is my spread. This is the cards. And then you've got your little booklet in the box as well. So the last thing I'm doing for my self-care nighttime routine is I am just removing my makeup, washing my face, and doing my skincare. I am trying to make a point to be more mindful about my skincare routine, staying on top of it, but also just like taking that time to invest in putting energy into myself, looking myself in the mirror, saying kind of positive affirmations, and really just treating it as a self-care ritual rather than just kind of doing my skincare or washing my face or whatever else I would usually kind of relate to this ritual routine part of my day. So again, just taking the time to go through. So I'm just using a cleanser on my face. And then after my cleanser, I am going in with a toner, which you can see here. That's a pharmacy toner. All of my products are just basically from like Ipsy boxes and stuff. I'm definitely not a skincare aficionado or anything by any stretch of the imagination. This here is just an essence that I'm using, and then I'm going to follow that up with an elixir, which just feels like a really nice oil. So I'm putting that all over my face as well. And then following the oil, I'm just going to do an eye serum, an eye cream, and then a moisturizer all over my face. And then just following that up with brushing my teeth. And that really is it for my routine. Thank you so much for staying with me and watching this video. If you did enjoy it, I would definitely appreciate a like. And if you enjoyed this content, I am posting every single day throughout VLOGMAS. So please give my channel a like and hit that notification bell so you get notified each time I upload. Thank you. Have a beautiful day.